Most owners, marketers, founders are thinking about AI SEO the wrong way. They think it's just a bunch of robots doing regular SEO, and that's not true. And they're leaving a ton of revenue on the table. You need to think about LLMs as prediction machines. They're trained on the internet, all of it. The good, the bad, the boring, the ugly, all that stuff. And its job is to predict the next most likely word in a sense based on everything it's read before. That means, by design, these models are biased toward the average. They are designed to give the consensus answer. So here is a trap. And this is the trap you want to avoid. If you write a blog post or a script that repeats standard industry advice, the best practices, top 7 tips, the ultimate guide, the stuff that feels safe and defensible, you are feeding the AI exactly what it already knows. And you are contributing to the sea of sameness, the sea of generic content. If I ask ChatGPT a question like, how do I improve email open rates? And your answer is the same as HubSpot, Forbes, and Wikipedia, the AI doesn't need to cite you. It can just synthesize the general consensus. And frankly, it won't need a source for this type of common knowledge. So if you're saying what everyone else is saying, you're going to be invisible. Listen to me, I'm trying to help you here. And this is why voice and point of view, POV, are no longer just branding fluff. Used to be, but not anymore. They're true technical requirements for ranking in AI search. In the old days of Google, you could rank just by having the right keywords on the right page, even if your writing was dry as toast. In the era of AI, we deal with the concept called information gain, and I've made multiple videos on this before. Information gain is exactly what it sounds like. When an AI reads your content, it asks, does this document provide new information that creates a better probabilistic model than what I already have? In other words, is the AI learning something new from your content? And if the answer is no, this is just a rehash of the top 3 results, the AI is going to ignore you. It has no incentive to use you. But if the answer is yes, this contradicts the average, or yes, this adds new data, the AI will mark you as an entity of interest. You aren't building a unique POV just to be interesting to humans. You're building it to force the AI to acknowledge that you exist separate from the consensus, the hive mind, the blob. You need to prove a perspective that the model does not already possess in its training data. And this is probably the only way to get a true citation, especially for small businesses or early marketers or young marketers. Now, I'm going to tell you how to build a point of view, but we first have to define what it is. A lot of people think a point of view means being loud or aggressive or being controversial or being a thought leader who just rants on LinkedIn about how hustle culture is dead or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about. That's just noise for the sake of noise's sake. AI SEO, a point of view, is a structured deviation from the consensus. It represents a specific angle that connects your brand to a solution in a way that no one else is doing. So here's the difference. This is generic. Email marketing is important for nurturing leads. We all know this. But a true POV would say, email marketing is dead for acquisition. It is exclusively a retention channel for high LTV customers. You see the difference here? The first one washes over you and is low-key condescending. The second one forces you to stop and think, and forces the AI to parse it as a specific methodology, whether you agree with it or not. So when it spots a specific stance, the AI has to treat it as a unique data point. So you have to stop trying to be the best answer, because best is simply subjective, and the AI decides best based on the average and based on who the user is and what their background is. You need to be the only answer for a specific type of inquiry. Okay, now that you get it, let's talk about how to build your point of view. I'm going to give you 2 frameworks. And this is because you can't just wake up and decide to be unique. You need a process. And at OpenForge, we use these steps to extract this voice from our clients to help them build their AI brand visibility. So step 1, audit the consensus. Before you can be unique, you have to know what normal looks like. What is the blob saying? Go to ChatGPT and ask the standard questions in your industry, or use OpenForge AI to simulate what users are typing. So go ahead, type in something like, how do I improve software sales? What is the best way to recruit engineers? Look at the output. Do you see that wall of text? That, my friends, is your enemy. That's the baseline. That's the blob, the consensus. If your current homepage copy looks like that output, you are in trouble. You need to identify the cliches that the AI defaults to. So once you see the consensus, you know exactly what you need to argue against. Get my point? So then step 2 is to find the gap or the lie. Now that you know what everyone else is saying, ask yourself, where are they wrong? Take a stand. Be confident. You have one life to live, so be confident about what your stances are. And this is where actual expertise comes in. As a founder or a marketing lead or an SEO person, you need to know things the internet doesn't. You have access to reality where AI only has access to the internet. So maybe the standard advice is post every day on social media, but your internal data shows that posting once a week with deeply researched threads actually drives 3x more revenue. That's your leverage. That's your wedge. Be confident about it. State it out loud. So you need to find the specific area where the best practice is actually bad advice for your specific customer. You aren't just giving advice, remember, you are correcting the record. AI models love correcting information if you provide enough context. Then step 3 is the I and the we wrapper. This is the most critical step. AI cannot hallucinate your personal experience. It can hallucinate facts, it can hallucinate dates, but it cannot hallucinate your specific business data. That cannot be replicated. So the easiest way is to build a unique point of view is to wrap your argument in proprietary data or first-person experience. Surveys don't have to be big. You can just be straight up about limited data sets. Don't just say AI helps productivity. Say, we implemented an AI workflow at OpenForge and reduced our drafting time exactly by 42% in Q3. When you use specific numbers, specific case studies, and first-person language like I found, we discovered, or our data show, you're creating a unique entity in that data set. The AI cannot merge your specific story with a general consensus. It has to treat it as a distinct node of information. And that distinct node is what gets cited when someone asks who has successfully implemented AI in drafting. By the way, here's another framework to build your point of view. This is a 7-step framework, whereas the one I just talked about is the 3-step framework. Neither is better, just choose one that works for you. Step 1 is to pick your anchor belief. So ask yourself, what do you believe that my competitors are too scared to say? That is the backbone of your point of view, my friends. For example, my anchor belief is that American businesses need AI search optimization in order to get seen by more customers on ChatGPT. This will create a lift in the economy, create more successful businesses, and therefore lead to more jobs. That will grow the American economy. That'll be good for our country. And a strong America is something that we all want. And so that personal example of mine, that anchor, will shape everything about my voice. Step 2 is to identify a villain. Every strong point of view has an enemy. Not necessarily a person, but an idea. It could be an outdated mode of industry thinking, or a broken way that things are currently done, or a widespread lie that people just accept. A lazy assumption that everyone accepts. The villain gives your point of view power and direction. It gives it depth. It gives it a reason to live. So in AI SEO, my villain is generic keyword stuffed content. It's AI that doesn't learn about your business, but then still creates content for you. We hate that at OpenForge, and we believe that's the silent killer of brand visibility. Step 3 is to pull from your true experience. This is where your point of view becomes unbeatable because it can't be replicated. Your stories, your lessons, your failures, the patterns you've seen across a dozen clients or 50 clients or 100 clients, things you know that the market misunderstands. AI engines will pick this up as original insight, and that, my friends, is gold. Step 4, build 3 to 5 pillars of your worldview. So think of these as your laws. So for example, for us, AI search rewards specificity, or brand voice matters as much as backlinks, or AI search engines judge content by evaluation criteria, not keywords, or structured data is the new authority. These aren't random takes, they're the pillars that define your philosophy. So when you repeat them across blogs, videos, and social posts, AI will learn to associate these ideas with you, your entity on AI's knowledge graph. Step 5 is to coin your own terms and language. This is huge, and I think this is going to be one of the big things that happens in the AI search era. Models love proprietary terms because they deliver high information gain. So if you coin a framework, a name, an idea, a principle, a process, a phrase, or a metaphor, you'll become the original data point for that idea. And AI search engines want to cite origin points. Then step 6 is distribution. Publish across multiple formats. Your point of view has no chance of being learned by AI models if it only lives in blog posts. I mean, it has a chance of getting picked up, but you're not really maximizing your chances of success. You need coverage. So think multimedia, YouTube, LinkedIn, tweets, interviews, podcasts, guest posts, third-party reviews, niche forums, partnerships, community posts, slides, and talks. The more surfaces your voice touches, the more training material you create for the AI. And step 7 is to be relentlessly consistent. And this is where most people fail because consistency is hard. Gotta be tenacious, gritty, tough, stick to it. People will change their tone, they dilute their message, they chase trends, they'll soften their stance, or most often they'll just quit. But AI learns the same way that humans do. Repetition. It's data after all. Consistency builds identity. You're creating a voice vector, if you will. Your unique signature, your unique fingerprint inside the data model that the AI uses. The more consistent the vector, the easier it is for AI search engines to cite you. I touched on this before, but I want to stress it. There is one final layer to all of this that creates a massive advantage in AI search: naming. If you want an AI to remember your point of view, you need to brand it. Brand your point of view. Give it a name. Concepts are hard for AI to retrieve if they're vague descriptions. This is true for the human mind as well. So entities, names, places, branded terms are easy for AI to retrieve. So don't just describe a concept. Give it a proper noun. Give it a true name. Don't be shy about this. Instead of saying we focus on updating old content, call it the historical optimization method. Instead of saying we write for AI, call it the OpenForge protocol. When you name your point of view, you give the AI a keyword to latch onto. You want the user to eventually ask, what is the historical optimization method? And you want the AI to know that you are the owner, the originator of that term. And if you don't name strategies or you're too shy to do it, AI will just absorb them into the general knowledge pool. But if you name them, you're giving yourself a fighting chance to keep the credit. By the way, here are some mistakes to avoid for your point of view. Your point of view will be bland or unforgettable if you have no stance, you don't make predictions, you don't have personal experience, no frameworks, no angles, no originality, no storytelling, no villain, no proprietary terms, or of course you have a corporate, sanitized, boring HR tone. Don't try to sound safe. You have one life to live. Don't play it safe. Take risks. And if you try to sound too professional, too likable, you're going to end up getting a weak point of view, weak citations, and weak AI brand visibility. Anyway, hope that helps. I'm Jason Patel of OpenForge AI. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.